YouTubers, Stephen here. Just about to drink a nice Cooper's lager. And you know what goes perfect with beer? You ask any Maritimer what their weekend tradition is after they've had a few beers, and they'll all tell you, donairs. So today I'm going to show you how to make donairs from scratch. I've taken the recipe that me and my wife have used in almost all the restaurants that she's worked in. Tweaked it a little bit because nobody's going to be making a 120-pound batch of donair meat. And I made it pretty simple. I will post the ingredients at the end of the video so that you can make it yourself. And I'm going to show you how to make it at home. Traditionally, donairs are stacked onto a spit, and then it's cooked with heating elements or with propane. And I'll show you a picture here of what a spit of donair meat looks like. And as it's cooked, they shave the meat off very thinly, and then they put it on pita bread with onions, tomatoes, and donair sauce. And if you click here is a link for the video on how to make the donair sauce. So I'm going to enjoy my my lager, and I'm going to make up some donair meat, and I'm going to show you how you can do it at home too. And don't be fooled. A lot of places sell what's called gyros. These are not gyros. Gyros are gross. Donairs, on the other hand, beautiful seasoned meat, thinly sliced, and can't get anything better beer and donairs. Pizza's okay. Pizza's good. We love pizza here. But donairs, true maritime tradition. So let's get cooking. Thumbs up. Alright, so I got my big mixing bowl, and I got 2 pounds of lean ground beef. Now traditionally, donair meat, most stores use regular ground beef just because the fat will make it juicier. But how I'm doing it here at home, I'm going to use the lean because we're going to roll this out once we're done mixing it, and we're going to put it on a cookie sheet. Now I've already mixed all the spices into this bowl and really tossed them up good, and I'm just going to sprinkle them all over the meat. And basically what's in here for spices is garlic powder and oregano, black pepper, chicken soup base mix, or chicken bouillon if you will, but it's powdered form. There's cayenne pepper and breadcrumbs. Now a lot of pizza places use breadcrumbs just to help the meat stay together, and this has to be mixed very, very well by hand. Mind you, if we were in a pizza store, you'd have a big Hobart that would do it for you. But once I get all this meat mixed up, then we'll come back and we'll spread it out on the cookie sheet. Okay, I've got the meat all mixed. Now, what I've done, there's no cookie sheet under there. I just pulled it out, ripped it off, and then we just kind of creased it here. And I'm going to spray it with non-stick spray. We don't want the meat sticking to the tin foil. We're going to try and get this as thin as we can on here using a rolling pin. Now there are other places that make donairs, and they do it in like a meatloaf form, and that's just gross. I've had it, and funny enough, I was asked what I thought of the donair when I had it. I asked Buddy if he wanted me to be brutally honest, and right off the bat, he knew, "You're from Nova Scotia, aren't you?" "Yes, sir, I am. And we have the real Donairs. So we're just gonna get our meat out of the bowl, maybe. And put it on the aluminum foil, and hopefully this will smooth right out for us perfectly. So this is going to take a little bit of time because everything is super slippery. And we'll be right back. Alright. Now I've got this rolled out. It's pretty thin right now. And what I did, I took a pizza cutter and I trimmed off the ends. And with the extra that I still have left from the 2 pounds, normally we only make up a pound, so I wasn't sure if 2 pounds is going to fit. I'm going to put this on a pizza pan, tin foil, same idea. Preheated the oven to 350, and I'm going to put it in the oven in just a second. Alright, so I'm just putting the finishing touches on the foil here. If you're looking for a way to tuck the foil in, take the corner, bend it in, up, and then you can just twist the corners together. That way it doesn't leak out. And we're just going to twist this all up. Now, I got this flattened down to probably about 1/8 of an inch. And again, you want to get it as flat as you can, as thin as you can, because the whole idea behind the Donair is thin meat. So my oven's ready now. I'm going to put it all in the oven. I mean, look at this. That is just beautiful. And if you could only smell how good these spices are. If you've never had a Donair, oh my. You are going to absolutely love that. So we're just going to stick that in here, and I'm going to put the other one on the bottom. Where the meat is so thin, it probably won't take too long. In the meantime, I'm going to clean up some of my dishes, and I'm going to cut up my onions and tomatoes, and pull out my Donair sauce. And remember, my Donair sauce, the link, I'll put the link right about here again, so you can learn how to make Donair sauce for your garlic fingers. Alright, the meat's almost ready. So to prepare the pita bread, just lightly dip it in the water. Alright, and I put a little butter in the frying pan. Okay, and we're just going to make sure it's not sticking, move it around. It only takes a couple of minutes per side for the pita bread. Heat it up, get a little toasty. Everyone has their own preference, whether they want the bread soggy, if they want it slightly crispy. You can heat up the bread how you feel. And just a couple minutes on each side. Just warm it up so it's not, you know, too hard. And the big thing, you want to make sure you don't get the bread too wet or it's going to fall apart. So just a quick dip in the water and then out. And then you just repeat the process until the bread's got, you know, a light brown, a light little toasting, if you will, to it. And just do this for all the pieces, and then your pita bread will be ready for all your Donairs. Okay, our Donair meat's ready now. Get the pan out here. Get it out. Bring it up here on the counter. Get another one out here. These darn evidence are bulky. Okay. So, as you can see, the meat is well cooked. We're just going to take a pizza cutter and just cut it into little strips. And it doesn't want to cooperate with me because of all that nice oil on the bottom, I guess. Now, I know a lot of my friends are going to be cursing me when they see this video, but that's almost the thickness that it should be. This is actually about twice as thick as you would get in a restaurant here when it's sliced, but you really can't get it much thinner than this. So I'm going to finish cutting this up and get it on a plate, and then I'll show you how to put together a donair. Alright, meat's all cut up now. I'm going to put our pita bread on here. Now traditionally it goes on aluminum foil. I recommend using 2. Every pizza store is a little different, but one thing that's in common, they always put some Donair sauce on first. Alright, and then we're going to put some meat. And it doesn't have to be a lot of meat, just a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to put some onions. And then some tomatoes. Now, a lot of people like this with mozzarella cheese. You put the cheese on it, melt it up a bit, and we're going to put some more of our Donair sauce on, because this is the sweet that goes with the hot. Now, the meat is traditionally fairly spicy. Some restaurants are not so spicy. This recipe, this is nice. This is a really nice spice. If you don't like it too spicy, then you can always cut back on the pepper and the cayenne. So we're going to put 2 fingers under the bread, and we're going to bring the tin foil up, and we're going to wrap it under the bread. Alright? Then at the bottom, you're going to bring it up, and you're going to roll it. This is the traditional way of eating donairs. It's like an ice cream cone. Now we're going to do the same with the bottom, only we're going to put the edge up here. And this is because these are very messy. They will drip. So we're going to put the first under, wrap it up, and then we're going to bring it up. Now, like I said, traditionally you eat these like an ice cream cone. Tin foil doesn't want to tear for me. Really, I'm not that weak. So we're just going to open this up to the wonderful goodness and hopefully not spill any on my wife's floor. And there you have it. A traditional maritime donair. And as you eat, you just pull the tin foil back. Mind you, in our family, we usually just take them and put them on plates, eat all the meat, the Donair sauce, and then when there's just a couple of strips of meat left, then we'll roll up the pita bread and eat it. Save the bread for last because it's the best, but excuse me, it's messy and it's all over the place, but oh man, this is so good. Maritime tradition. Now I just have to refill my beer to go with the donairs. Enjoy. Till next time. See ya.